Hello, everyone. It's time to eat, drink, and be merry with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Big Blend Radio's Eat, Drink, and Be Merry show. Diva Linda is back in the house because it is the first Saturday of the month, and she had an exceptional birthday. She went to a place that she really wanted to go, and that's what she's talking about today because today she's talking about tea. Diva Linda loves tea, and she got to have afternoon tea at the Empress Hotel. She's got a story up on Blend Radio and TV.com. The links are all in the social media, in the show notes, as well as her website, which is allingoodtaste.info, because, she's got a lot of taste. But welcome back, Diva Linda. How was tea?
Oh, it was wonderful. I mean, I've gone to tea at Victoria, the Empress Hotel in Victoria for 4 years, probably. Not necessarily consecutive, but I think this is my fourth trip. And it always presents beautifully. They make changes here and there, but I think if you're in Victoria, this is one of these must-do sorts of things. It's getting pricey, but it's also tea is also very pricey in the U.S. So I think this time it was $100 a person, but I've seen that also actually in Phoenix, where I live, half time. So anyway, save your money up because it's a fabulous, once in a lifetime sort of experience. And if you're going to be there anyway, looking at the Bouchard Gardens and all the wonderful shops that are around, we took our boat in and were able to park right. I don't think that word park is right. More right in front of the hotel.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Moored. Oh, I like the word moored.
So we moored the boat in right in front, and so it was like a 3-minute walk to get there. So that's rather exciting. So all you boaters, I know it's a bit of a challenge to get into the Vancouver marina. You have to. They have dancing water taxis, and that's a sight to see. They do a sort of a ballet on water, and there's a customs dock, and it is one of the busiest marinas I've ever been in, and getting into it is a bit of a challenge because of the tides and so forth. But if you're going to fly in there or take a boat from Seattle, take the fast ferry from Seattle, and you'll get there. So let's talk a little bit about what happens. So you go into.
But wait, people can do this from car, right?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
But the main way is to take a ferry over it from Seattle, and it dumps you right next to the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
okay,
that's why people
now.
generally don't, and you don't generally take their car in. I think that's a whole customs thing that you don't want to get in the middle of. Yeah,
I don't want to do that. Okay.
Yeah, no. Well, we once went to Canada, and my husband couldn't hear it was windy, and the noise of all the other cars, and the custom guy asked Alan something about, do you have any guns? And I think he said in the car, and Alan didn't hear him. And I think he said, oh yeah, we have quite a few. And he meant at home. So we had to go over, and they took our car apart before they let us go into the rest of Canada. So anyway, listen carefully.
I didn't. Diva's got guns. Back off from the boat. I'm just saying, don't mess with them, right?
And I'm looking at him saying, because I can hear perfectly, and I'm thinking, what is he saying? And I'm hitting him, and I think the guy just thought, the guy thought, oh.
Anyway, hey, listen, I've had that happen in Mexico. It's always fun when they tear it apart. It's always fun.
Rude. So back to tea. So
anyway, back to tea. Let's calm down and have some tea.
So you walk up to the hotel, beautiful gardens, green grass, gorgeous rose garden. It's immaculate. It's just beautiful. And people come in and sit places, and they have lots of benches where you can go on the grass. But it is the Northwest, of course, so the grass is almost always kind of wet. So anyway, be who you need to be, sit on the benches. And you used to be able to go straight into the Empress Hotel, which I thought was very grand, and you get to see everything. But no, they have you go around now to a special entrance, and I think it takes you by the gift shop, which of course,
Smart. Oh, and look at the necklace. Yep.
yeah. Oh yeah, there's the funny story that goes
Beautiful.
with that. So and then you go in the door, and lovely ladies, there's always 3 or 4. I don't know why they need so many, but the reception is very quick. And once again, you have to have a reservation. This place is packed. They have tea times. You don't have tea on demand. You have tea times that you can go, and then they seat you. I've been seated it's not a big lounge, it's a lounge, and that is specifically for tea, which is very nice, because I've been to some tea places where they just took a bar that wasn't doing well, bar lounge that wasn't doing well, and converted it. But this is a beautiful lounge that they've had for years and years. And the tables and so forth are mismatched. There's not, the chairs are mismatched. It's sort of it's very English. They're all grand and plush and so forth. And so you sit down, and it's very interesting how things have evolved. It says on the reservation to please not necessarily dress up, but be respectful of the process and so forth, and business casual, I think is what they ask. But of course, people on vacation, they didn't bring a suit. They didn't, especially the men. The women are fine. They all come dressed to the nines, but the men not so much. So we saw a lot of jeans and t-shirts, and it kind of, I don't know. That's not the atmosphere that they want to do, but they'll let you in. But bring a Hawaiian shirt or something. Be respectful. Women, we don't. All look great. So you sit down, and somebody immediately comes and begins explaining the process, and it can be overwhelming if you're not ready for it. They bring you a box that has that shows you, like, I think there's 12 teas that you can choose from, and in the box are the teas. You can't smell them, but you can look at them. And it gives the names of all the teas, and you can ask. So there's herbal teas, green teas, black teas, probably 4 of each, I think. And then you choose the one that you want. Now, there's 2 of us, so that's 2 different pots of teas. I like herbal tea, so I had an herbal tea, fruity herbal tea, and Alan likes Earl Grey, so he had an Earl Grey, and that starts you off, and they bring you the tea. It's quite elegant, and it's all wrapped up, and the tea is all wrapped up, and it's really it's fun. It's fun and elegant. I mean, there's just a sense of tradition, a very nice sense of tradition, and then after that, the meal is preset, so you're not guessing here. I think on a reservation you can ask for the Queen's tea, and then or something a little lighter. So, but it was my birthday present, so we had the big tea, and it comes on a 3-tiered platter. And the bottom one is the scones. The second one are the sandwiches, the little tiny sandwiches, and the top one is a dessert. Now, people that don't understand, so you start from the bottom, people. You don't go to dessert. You don't go to the sandwiches.
Yeah, but
it's the scones, and the scones are so wonderful. They were blueberry, I think, and cranberry, and it was so there's enough for 2 people. You can sort of look at it at first, especially the men. The men always say, well, when is the meal coming? Well, that is the meal. That is it. And if a man has not been to a tea before, they're thinking, I'm getting gypped. But wait. So you start with the scones, and it has cream, and it has lemon sauce to put on it, and it has this and butter, and oh my God, it's that good butter. It's that, like Irish butter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. It's really creamy and lovely. So pretty much after you eat your scone, and you're done. I mean, you're starting to drink the tea, and the scone, of course, scones are heavy, and they hit your stomach, and then you go, oh, okay. And then you go to the sandwiches, and there's always 4 types. Like you get a salmon sandwich, and you get a cucumber sandwich, which is traditional. and two others, whatever, I think, whatever they're feeling. I don't think it's, I think your experience can change from day to day. And then now you've had your sandwiches, right? So you've had probably 4 sandwiches and your scones and and you're drinking this tea, because the tea is really wonderful. And, pretty much now you're really done, right? So you're done with the scones. Now you're really done with the sandwiches. I mean, it's really nice. And if you go slowly, especially, you're going to be full. And then comes these exquisite desserts on the top. And oh my gosh, those by the time you get there, you're thinking maybe you're going to have a take-home box, because and the desserts are, I think there's 4 of those for each person, and it's they're tiny. Everything is tiny except the scones are huge. And then after the and they if you drink all of your tea, that's fine. They'll give you more. They'll allow you to switch the kind of tea you want.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that nice? You generally pour your own tea after they pour it the first time. And they give you a timer. When they first give you the tea, they give you a timer. And the timer is, you turn it over when they set the tea down, and you get, and I think it's 4 minutes. And it tells
Oh,
you
see, no.
4 minutes, it's going to be good. And you take out the tea bag so it doesn't get too tannic. And so, that's really nice. So if you thought, well, maybe, the pomegranate herbal tea really wasn't what you thought it was going to be, you can switch to Earl Grey or
Yeah,
green
because
tea.
it's not like they can just pour it because it's got the whole seeping, So that's really cool because I always think, oh, but herbal teas, I'm so glad you bring it up because I think so many people always think it is the Earl Greys and the dark. And then remember, green
Nope.
teas have been around since ancient times. White teas, oolongs have been. I love a good chai. Now that's my thing, a good chai. But then I also go, is that always tea either? I mean, is chai actually tea? I think it is, but it isn't. It's like
Yeah.
you're drinking spice, really. But and last time we were talking about coffee, and here I am with a coffee mug. I'll probably not. I'll try not to show it, but it to me, tea is I was talking about this on a couple podcasts recently about women. It Whenever growing up, women always had the kitchen table and the tea pot. Whenever something went wrong, the kettle went on immediately. They haven't even sat down and the kettle was on the stove, kind of thing. And it was about letting it seep. And it's the same thing. It's like you're pouring the tea. There's this action of calming the situation down and having that tea. And yeah, sometimes things came out that were good and yummy. You remember those little finger cookies? Oh gosh, what they were called, like wafers. They were really good. Like,
Oh yes.
you know what
Oh
I'm
yes.
talking. That
Yes, I am.
they're
Yes.
light things would be served, and whatever you had in your kitchen at the time. In South Africa, everybody had something under a pie dish or something that was naughty for you. Scones were always a big deal because of England, obviously, but yeah, it was a good time. But that teapot, and we grew up with rooibos in South Africa, which I
Of
still
course.
is one of my favorite teas because it's changed too. There's different blends, there's different. So do they get into we're a big blend, Linda. Do they get into tea blends or are you going specifics when you're doing
No,
this?
you can no, especially in the herbals. But you know what? The Earl Grey that they served my husband was Earl Grey. I think it said something like Earl Grey with not a spice, with something, and it was vanilla. So the
Oh,
Earl Grey, and so I thought, well, that's strange. I
that's
liked it a
different.
lot. I thought, yeah, it
Cool.
was I liked it a lot, especially if people who drink black tea like that certain flavor that the black tea
That
has. So
kick.
it sort of did not have that. So it was something more like I like. So it's like having, if you like coffee, you just like the taste of coffee. It's good, but if somebody messes it with vanilla or chocolate or whatever, it sort of ruins the experience for you. So I thought, oh, why did they do that? But after you get out of the tea, if you walk up the street, there's something called Murchie's, Murchies, and it is this glorious tea house and a deli. and oh my God, it's every kind of tea you
Oh,
want.
wow.
And to my surprise, there was the Earl Grey with vanilla. I'd never seen that before, and but she had it. I mean, it was wonderful. So
Did you take
it
some
didn't
home?
take some. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite from Murchie's is the blueberry tea.
Ooh,
Blueberry tea is wonderful, and that is actually a black tea, not with
with the blueberries.
and
That's a
then
nice balance. Yeah.
yes, and then oh, it's wonderful, and they also had lemon zest or lemon something or other, and that was it had a bit of a spice on it, not too
Mm,
much. So I bought a bunch of that too. So, even though you do your tea experience, you're going to be in there for about
hmm
an hour and a half, two if you want to just drag it on and, just stay. It's so comfortable in there, and they never act like they need your table for the next setting. And I actually don't know what would happen at the next tea time setting if you were still sitting in your spot because it's always full. But
Wow.
it just
Yeah.
relax. Yeah. So what do you do with people who want, are there for the day? Because it just like you said, a lot of people like that tea on the table with some things to eat and relax and talk about their vacation or whatever, why they're there or
It's-
whatever.
I can see it for like a girlfriend's getaway, mom and daughters, 'cause I know you do that a lot with your daughter too, the tea experiences. And so it'll take a little time, maybe bridesmaids, you know what I mean?
Oh
Showers,
gosh, it would be. Oh yeah. Now, having said that, you would think so. In the States, it's more like that. It's more of a woman girly kind of thing. But at the Empress, there's an equal number of men and women. It's like half and half. And that may just be because the husband is on vacation with you, and the
hmm
wife has said this is something we need. I'd like to do together. But it was quite so that makes it even more elegant. I don't know. Just it's just
I
and I
think
can
what's neat is they obviously have like they're really organized and have this structure. And if you can't screw that up because that's what creates the relaxing feel because somebody else has already created this structure. It's already like you're being ushered in, sat down. Here's your timer. Here's this. This is what's happening. There's no questioning. I mean, there's questioning. Hey, well, do you think I'll like this tea with this, kind of thing. But if they've taken the pairing thing and changed it, you know what I mean? I think that's kind of
Yep,
cool.
I do. I think that's a really good point. It's really all set for you. And you can see on the website what you're going to get generally. I think they say, I don't think they have exceptions. So if you're vegan or something, I don't know. I don't think that would work for you. But I saw some small children in there with their little small children dresses, which look so
Oh,
cute.
wow.
Moms introducing their daughters to that. Men, as I said, boys. It was really a sort of a eclectic mix of people, all just enjoying. And generally, when you're in a lounge and you have that many people, it's loud. It's just loud.
hmm
This was nice and quiet, and everybody was respecting the tea service, and it was really nice. It is my favorite place to go for anything. It's just
Yeah.
really, and I've been to many places. It's just wonderful.
Oh, it's awesome. I'm glad you did it. I mean, because this wasn't your first time, you said, right? It's this,
No, it's my fourth time, but
yeah.
it's over the years. Um, but it's the same but different every time you go, if you understand, because they change the teas out, they
hmm
change. There's a changing attitude on attire, which I wish they could actually enforce it, but that's all right. Then afterwards, you can go to the. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's a bill that you get because you prepay for this. If I was right,
Oh, so
that's one
that
of
makes it
that.
nice too. It's kind of relaxed.
Yeah. So the tip is in there. Everything is in
Oh,
there,
that's
and
nice.
isn't that nice? Everything is done for you. So when you're ready to go, you go. It's just
hmm
it's but as I said, it's organized. You said it's organized, and that's a comfort. and you can just relax and not worry about where's my bill, I need to go, whatever, it's perfect. And then you leave, and the way you leave, of course, the same way you came in, and that is with next to the gift shop. And the gift
Now we're
shop,
going to the but before you go to the gift shop, why is there so much alcohol behind me here? Is it one of your pictures from the Empress? So
yes.
are they spiking tea is what I wanted to know.
Oh, you can spike your tea, but I think a few years ago they introduced spirits to the menu. So
Okay.
you'll actually see people come in and tell the service people, we're going to have some spirits before we start our tea. And as you can see behind you, they have everything
There's
you
plenty.
possibly want. They have a beautiful martini that is, I think it changes every year. I think this year it was strawberry, but it really is. So it's just lovely. And you can have gin and tonic. That's one of my favorites, or one of their favorites. I'm glad that you asked about that. Yeah. So you see, especially the men,
I think this was made for the husbands to keep them calm.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can get anything. They give you a drink menu, and you can order off that, or so you can order, spirits from the front, and maybe you want to port at the back end with your dessert. That's, that would be lovely. Everything you could want. Yeah.
So it's a luxury experience. It's diva worthy.
It's really a luxury experience. Yeah. Very diva worthy. It's one of my
She didn't feel like she's been sailing the seas for weeks, She's like, okay, I need my diva time, and then look at the necklace. This is beautiful. The teapot. What is that? What are the gems? What is that? It's beautiful, that blue.
I think what's blue? Blue is
like aqua marine, but that looks a little deeper.
Don't know, can't remember. Bought it years and years ago, and it comes out when I go to tea. I don't remember. But it caused quite a stir, actually. People were looking at it and asking me where I got it, and blah, blah, blah. And it's been so many years, At first I couldn't remember, and then I did remember. And it's a special artist that I found online that does interesting things like this. And you can get one, you might want an octopus or a starfish or this or that. So I went into the gift shop, and this lady starts following me. I'm thinking, you think I'm gonna take something, or what is it? Finally she tapped me on the shoulder and she said, can I ask you where you got this? And then I told her, and she said, well, are they readily available? And I said, I think there were only like 25 made, if I remember correctly. It was expensive, and you probably wouldn't every day go get it. And she said, but do you know that if you can give me the name of this person, I'm going to contact them. She said, I could sell that thing. I don't care what the cost is, all day long. So that's something that people would really like. So at least she didn't think I was, thieving. And yeah, it was very interesting.
Diva gets in trouble. Okay. I think it's a sapphire. I was Googling it there for a second to see. I think it's a sapphire. I think it's a sapphire. Because aquamarine is more turquoisey. Yeah. And no, but that's beautiful.
I have it priced, but it might be because I have a lot of sapphire earrings, and I have a sapphire bracelet and so forth. So probably at the time I was doing sapphire, you know how you do. But it was during the time when metals weren't real expensive like they are now. So I can't even imagine what it would cost now. But there's a price for everything. People love stuff like this.
Hey, I know. And listen, it's almost Christmas market season. So,
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
She wants a teapot inside a snow globe. That's what you need.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm thinking.
I did find a teapot. What are they called? K something or others. Have you seen the soft collectibles? Wait, hold on a second.
Oh, we're going to get a show and tell. Yay.
Yeah. Show. Okay. So there are these things.
The cozies, the tea cozies.
This is amusables. Anyway, Okay, so this is a tomato,
He's cute.
and they come mostly in fruits. So I have a tomato and a bok choy. And to my great surprise, the gift shop had a teapot one.
And so this is just stuffed toys and you get a teapot. That's cool, but that's cute.
Is
He's
that something?
Priscilla
Yeah,
wants to hang out. Our little sock monkey wants to come hang out with them. Did you give little
she would
Tommy a
love him.
name? This is Tommy. Tommy Tomato. He looks like a
Tommy,
little Tommy.
it does. It does. And I wish
He-
I had I should have brought the teapot out. I packed it to go home. I don't want it to get any
Oh,
goop on it before we leave. Sorry, I
no.
should have thought about that. But anyway, so
Oh,
that
well,
was my favorite thing that I bought at the store. But they have, I think, especially if you're like a first timer and you're just beginning your tea collection, they
yeah.
have the teacups and saucers that they serve in the china, which is
Oh,
beautiful English china.
do they have the
there's-
gold rim? Like you always talk about, the gold rim is a big deal. Oh
Yes.
dear.
And they've been using that same pattern, I think, since they opened, because it's the king or the queen's pattern.
Oh wow.
Anyway, it's gorgeous, and you can buy that if you like. They have most of the teas that you were served. You could buy those.
Oh, that's cool.
And then
Ooh.
other stuff. So for me, the experience is not only going to tea, but going to the gift shop, as we know.
Uh-oh. And your husband just loves that. Alan just smiles every time. You go, girl. It's a,
Yeah,
you know,
well, if I'm happy, he's happy.
yeah.
yeah,
If
so
he's going to
that
put
was
you on a boat
wonderful.
for the summer, yep. This is, payment is payment. Just saying.
That's right. And today I'm in something called Blind Channel Resort, and we'll be
Ooh,
doing something with that. That is you can only get here by float plane or boat.
wow. But I love these experiences that are unique like that. It's just like they're hidden places in the world that a lot of people won't know unless they're floating on a boat or by plane, which who would know? So that's really cool. That's awesome. Well, have fun.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your time, and we can't wait for next month. It'll be, we're getting into October, Diva Linda, fall.
We are. It's
Oh,
already. It feels like fall the whole summer here, but I can really see the changes lately. And
yeah, here too.
so and then and then I'll go back to Arizona in September, and or October, and it'll be 95 degrees or 100 degrees. I think it doesn't break until late October.
Yeah.
So
I know we're going to be in Arizona again in November.
very nice.
Exciting, and then we'll come through again and then again. So we're kind of looking forward
So you're
to,
down in
not
that
kind of,
part.
we are.
Oh,
Yeah, we're kind of homesick, but we love all these places we're going to, but then sometimes it's just like, I need to go see a cactus in the cactus area. We're in the Appalachians right now in the Smoky Mountains, and there are fall colors. I photograph leaves that are brilliantly red and then the changing ones. But I saw a yucca plant, and I'm like, go home. Not really, but
what are
isn't
you
that
doing
weird?
here?
But there's history of why and how and all that. There's some interesting legends and stuff. But even Louisiana has yucca cactus. So it's interesting. So yeah, I mean, everything ties together in some way. And when you get back to Arizona, I think you'll be back in that tea house in the Japanese friendship garden. I have a feeling. Just
Oh,
circling back to that.
you know what? I was able to snag one seat. Get this. I've been on this. By the time I finally go to the special tea, the first one that you're supposed to go to, I would have been on their wait list for 2 years.
Oh
So
my
I
God.
finally snagged one slot in, I think it's next May. That's how
Oh my
far,
gosh.
that's how long it takes to get into these. And if you're not paying attention to your emails, it just goes. I mean, yeah. So I'll be going to the formal tea. I went to the informal tea where we had the lady come on for our Japanese thing, and then now I'll be going to their formal one with the interesting door, and it's just really traditional Japanese tea. So I'm very, very, very excited.
Wow, she's got it.
And
You go, girl.
that's $100. So I guess that must be the price. I guess.
Well, so was Starbucks, right? It was a little bit less, but still.
It was. Oh, how I miss Starbucks. Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God. Hey,
Oh,
listen, we found a coffee out here called Scooter. I have
is
no
it
idea.
wonderful?
It's
Oh,
okay.
it's
It's okay. It's, some things need doctoring, just saying. And but anyway, it's not even a coffee. I don't know. It was in the grocery store and I was like, well, our bass player had a nickname Scooter. Let's try it. So,
well,
sometimes you try new things and it's
it's
okay.
all
It's
right.
it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Actually it's pretty smooth now that I think of it. I think I was just too busy really wanting coffee that like just drink the coffee in the morning,
I understand. I've tried many here, and it just doesn't quite taste the same, I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm a star. I have like 600 points that I need to use. And and I missed my free birthday coffee and blah blah blah. Anyway, go
You'll be okay.
Starbucks.
Well, listen, happy birthday. It's good to see you on the
You
show. I
too.
know Nancy will be back next time with you and looking forward to more fun with the Diva Linda. So everyone keep up with Diva Linda at allingoodtaste.info and for her Pacific Northwest adventures, it's pnwtourist.com, right? Do I have that one right? I'm just going off of my memory, and I had weird coffee,
Doing
so
very
you
well.
never know. And
Doing
then
very well.
everything is linked in the show notes. Keep up with us at bigblendradio.com. Diva Linda is here every first Saturday because she wants to be first, and she is. So there it is.
That's
Thanks,
very good.
Diva.
Thank you very much.